So I'm going to be reviewing Girl Meets STEM episode 26 of season 2. This episode was about feminism. I have very different views of feminism. It has its good parts, but then again it has its not so good parts. But for this episode, I really liked how they handled it, and I liked the way they portrayed feminism. So Riley Rowan, I feel like this was a big episode for her because I feel like she got to play maybe more of herself in this episode, and I'm sure she really liked doing this episode because she is a feminist. And okay, but I kind of feel like the way the partners were in the classroom could have been a little bit different. I feel like Riley and Lucas should have been working together, and Maya and Fargo should have been working together, just because they have more of a contrast. Like, Fargo is a big scientist. He's a big science nerd, and that's the reason he wanted to do the science portion of it. Like, Riley shouldn't be upset at him. This is who he is. He likes science. And then it would have been nice to see Maya kind of contrast and not wanting to do anything. And then with Lucas and Riley, since Riley and Fargo are already the smart ones in the class, even though Lucas is smart, but it would have been better because if they were going to still have like the sexist comment towards like Fargo, it would have been better directed at Lucas, just because Fargo wasn't being sexist. He just likes science. And with Lucas, it would have been different because he's not really into science like Fargo is. So it's just been interesting to see that comment. And then I was really surprised when Riley is practically yelling at Lucas, and I'm just like, oh, that's different. And it's like no resolve between Riley and Lucas there, so I don't know. maybe he's really not the one, Riley. Maybe you don't really like him in that way because you're in 8th grade. It would be different if you were in this long relationship with him and you did that, but since you aren't, maybe you don't like him in the way that you think you do. Just a thought. And then I really didn't get the comment of why Riley called him a sexist pig. I mean, Fargo apologized before that, so why she felt the need to call him that, I don't really know. But yeah, at first I was kind of like, okay, why is everyone with a girl boy? But then they kind of planned that up, so that's fine. I just kind of wish the partners would have been different, even though I do like Lucaya. I do like Ryarkle. And Ryarkle, man, they had some really cute moments. And Fargo, man, I think this is my favorite episode with him because he's so adorable in this episode. He's so cute. With the way he enters the classroom, and the second time he entered the classroom, it was just so really, really cute. And him and Riley holding the marble. Oh, it's not in the beaker. Then he does it again, and it's so cute. And then the baby thing. Take care of the babies, Sparkle. And then he sounded more like the actor than Corey. He sounded more like Corey than Farkle when he said the what? How long have I been out? What? The how long have I been out sounded more like Farkle, but the what sounded like himself, which was interesting. I did like it though, even though it kind of did sound more like the actor. But I did like that. And I like how he was listening to Riley now and understanding her and letting her figure these things out. feel like maybe Riley should have been more of the same way, but you know, it was okay. It was okay. It worked out. Thing worked out. And then the Lucas and Maya scenes were cute. With the chair pat, man, that was cute. And then in the very beginning, when Maya falls asleep and Lucas holds her head, he kind of has this annoyed look, but then he kind of moves into a smile, kind of, and then it goes back, and I don't really understand the point of that, and I don't know, maybe Peyton was laughing and that was the best they could do without him laughing. I don't know, but it just looked really strange to me. Like, keep one face, not like two faces within a second. It just looked really weird. I didn't really see the point of that. I liked that Zay was back in the episode. He was funny, as always. And I liked how the other classmates got a lot more talk time. So, good for them. And I liked Sarah's talking, and then the Yogi, and how they kind of define their relationship with each other. Okay. And then Augie and Ava. I actually liked Ava in this episode. Before, she was kind of like all over the place, but in this episode, she was really helping Augie, and Topanga liked that. I could tell. She obviously said it, but I liked how Ava was trying to convince Augie to get better because, you know, you're not always going to get a reward for not really doing anything. That's not how life works. Well, okay. That could be a debate because some people just no I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, but Ava did good. She did good in this episode for helping Augie, and she was cute in this episode. And the ending, well, not the very ending, but when they were looking through the beaker and Riley and Fargo's were the only one that's clear, that is a big foreshadow right there that they are going to be the ones that end up together, because they could see each other clearly. They know each other. They can see each other clearly. And with Lucas and Maya and how they said they couldn't see each other, I guess it could be taken two different ways, but we'll see what the writers come up with. How they couldn't see each other. My first initial thought at that was maybe they weren't really meant to be, because theirs isn't clear, you know. Maybe they're not supposed to be with each other because they can't see each other. And I don't remember the teacher's name, but the teacher said, was trying to tell them, put it in and then try to figure out how to make it clear again. Well, Riley never put hers in, but theirs was clear. So maybe in order for that to work, you can't have these obstacles in the way of a good relationship. You have to, like, nothing, like, if it's truly meant to be, then these things won't get in the way of it. I don't know. I don't know. That's up for debate. But anyway, just thought that was interesting. And then how a lot of people were like, well, you know, it's okay if you don't want to be a scientist for the feminism part, but, like, I think Girl Meets World did address that when they were sitting on the bay window and Riley's talking to Maya about if you were a scientist, the world would be a very dangerous place. But if you weren't a scientist, then, and you couldn't be a, wait, if you couldn't be a scientist, then the world would be even more dangerous. I think it kind of addressed it, you know, more in that, and then more in with Sarah when she's sitting on the bay window talking about the shoes and making shoes and stuff. So I think that kind of got into it. So that way it's not just straight on science. I think they kind of addressed it in that, to where you don't have to be a scientist, but here it is. And I think that's all I have to say about it. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I really liked Farkle in this episode. He was just so sweet and sensitive, and I mean, we see the caring side of Farkle, but it really, really shows in this episode how sweet and sensitive he is, and so yeah. Now I'm going to talk about why I'm doing reviews. I think I'm going to start doing reviews because I still like Lucaya and Ryargle, but I'm not really as into it as I used to be. Like Lucaya, if I see it on the screen and while I'm watching the episode, then I'm like, yay! But it's like, it's not a big deal if it's not there. But with Ryargle, it's a little bit different. It's a little deeper, so I'm a little bit more into it, but not as much as I used to be. So it's kind of why I'm doing reviews. That way, there's really no bias in like ships, and that way I'm neutral all around. I'm okay with whoever ends up with who, except for like Lucas and Farkle, Lucas and Zay, Maya and Riley, you know, anything like that, no. No. But anything else I'm okay with. And so yeah, I think I'm just gonna start doing reviews, and that's why. I hope you liked my review. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And I'm really looking forward to Girl Meets Money next week. Not next week. What am I talking about? The week after that. Because apparently they have to skip a week. I don't know why. But yeah. Hope you liked my review. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you have differing opinions. You can let me know in the comments below without hate or profanity. Okay. Bye.